the last 40 years, the Bond films have set a benchmark for on-screen action with a series of stunts that have enthralled audiences around the world. The 20th film, Die Another Day, continues this tradition, with a crew that prides itself on doing things for real wherever possible. Sequences that would be the highlight of any other film are everyday occurrences on the Bond set. And this is the story of just one of those days. It's 4 a.m. on a Sunday morning, and the normal tranquility around Buckingham Palace in central London has been disturbed by the arrival of a film unit. The 20th Bond film is in production, and director Lee Tamahori has chosen this as a location. With the unit called for 5:30 a.m, the caterers are already preparing breakfast for the 250 people who'll be working here today. Permission to film on the Queen's doorstep is not granted lightly, and the man responsible for making it work is location manager Simon Marsden.
Since what's been happening over the recent months with people not being around, members of the royal family that have sadly passed away, there's been a very tight security around the area that we're actually in now, and in general they don't encourage parking in the royal parks. So we're very lucky to get this position where we are here. It'll make the day go smoother, everyone understands that, and it'll mean we'll get out of their hair earlier.
The difficulties of this particular location shoot are not simply on the ground. The scene also involves a parachute jump over the palace.
To fly a helicopter within 1 kilometre of Buckingham Palace, you've got to get very special permissions from anti-terrorist units and royal protection squads for obvious reasons. Now, they've all obviously been in place and helped us achieve this morning, along with Civil Aviation Authority, that have to release a NOTAM, which is a notification to airmen saying there's going to be a helicopter. We're in the London flight zone here, which is approach area to Heathrow, and to have a helicopter in one static position there is obviously quite strange for them, and obviously with aviation at the moment it's a sensitive point as well. So a lot of people have come together to make this happen for what seems to be quite a simple thing. So apparently there might be some people watching us now from anti-terrorist units and Royal Protection Squad, supposedly, from higher positions, static points. Here we go. See ya.
By 6:30 the sun is beginning to rise, and there's now enough light for the crew to begin preparation of the shot. They have 1.5 pages of dialogue and a complex stunt to shoot, which would normally take up to 2 full days. But everything today has to be wrapped by lunchtime.
Originally this in the script was outside the Houses of Parliament. Then it was decided, Lee decided to try and shoot it here. So I suppose 2 or 3 weeks ago we were in negotiation, and then the Queen Mother died, and then all the offices closed down for 10 days, so we didn't actually get permission until about 5 days ago. And the time slot they've given us is that we have to have that crane and all of us have to be clear from this area and inside the gates by 9:30. And then we have to be totally clear from here by 1:30. So we have a very tough schedule today.
While work continues on the location, the aerial unit are back at Pinewood Studios. It's from here the helicopter will take off some 15 miles northwest of Buckingham Palace.
Good morning, Heathrow.
The pilot, Mark Wolfe, a veteran of the Vietnam War, has flown helicopters for 8 previous Bond films and is one of the most experienced pilots in the industry.
We have 3 jumps to do. We do the first one, then we film it and they reset the cameras, and then we wait 5 minutes and then they do another one. We've got 3 shooters on board, and we hope to be finished by 7:10 or something in landed Battersea.
Meanwhile, the 3 stuntmen are being made up to look like the villain of the film, Gustav Graves, who's played by Toby Stephens.
Well, this scene is the entrance of my character into the film, and he's being knighted in the film, and he's parachuting in to Buckingham Palace, probably to avoid the traffic, I don't know, but the origins of the character are unspecified. He's apparently been adopted. He's from Argentina. He's been adopted into a British family when he was young, but so he's trying to be more British than the British kind of thing. So he's got a Union Jack parachute and is kind of coming down to be knighted.
Yeah.
The first jumper will be the team leader, Alan Hewitt. A former member of the Parachute Regiment's specialist squad, the Red Devils, Alan is a veteran of over 3,000 jumps.
No wind at all. No. Here we go. Happy with that? We'll be on the radio after this then.
Okay, bye. Helicopter's on its way. Ben?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pass the word round. Helicopter's taking off.
Yeah, got it.
With the clock ticking relentlessly, the unit has to be absolutely ready when the chopper appears overhead. Although the 3 jumpers give them 3 chances to get it right, there's no room for mistakes. However, the Bond crew are some of the most experienced professionals in the business.
Just thin them out there.
Sergeant Major figure who'll push them through the day is First Assistant Director Jerry Gavigan, who worked on his first Bond film over 20 years ago. There are several Academy Award winners amongst the crew, many of whom, like Jerry, are veterans of previous Bond films, and they're all working under director Lee Tamahori, whose style of filmmaking suits these conditions.
We're going to switch that camera over there and we're going to go handheld, either for yourself, handheld as a cameraman, right in there with him, yes?
Lee Tamahori, who's directing this one, he kind of shoots from the hip. I mean, it looks like he doesn't know what he's doing, but I think he does. I think it's going to be a good movie. So he's very kind of improvisational.
Guys, give these guys the zoom, yeah?
Lee has 3 cameras positioned on the ground and another one in the helicopter. With time against him, he needs to make sure he gets the shot.